So in here, probably do a library, study type area. Oh, you can't get into that floor at all. Oops, okay. I'll have to figure out something there. So I've skipped that floor altogether. I could just fill it with boxes, actually. I know that sounds really weird, but I could just fill it with boxes and have it as like a disused secret room in the middle. That if I ever had a sim who maxed out I think it's the wellness skill that lets you teleport around, then they'd be able to get in there. So that could be an interesting little story. Oops, no, I don't want to plant a box, I just want a box. Where are the big boxes? I know I've seen them somewhere. There's a whole thing of, maybe they're under crates, not boxes. Oh, no, that's what I want. Various different boxy type things. What else? Oops. No, just search for crates, will you? What the? No, 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 no. There we go, that's what I want. A bit more straw. Yeah. That shall do nicely for now. Hey, I've got some good news. The roof toppers are back. I don't know how I missed this earlier, but actually this chimney is round and the perfect shape to fit exactly on the top there. And look how high my tower is now. That's much more like it. It's going to look really impressive from the neighbourhood too. I've also been working a lot on the outdoor area. As you can see, I've added lots more grass around the cottage here. I've added a little circle of trees here, like a meditation area with a fountain, area for serving drinks, yoga mat. Doesn't quite go, but I like the idea of them going out there to sort of rejuvenate. And then over this side, I just put some trees around the edge to kind of define the edge of the garden a bit. And then they've got a natural pool over here, surrounded by the rosebush hedges. I've used a stone texture inside, put a few plants and things kind of overhanging the edge to make it look as natural as possible. A little stone bench there by the hedge wall too. And I put some lighting out here, so they can kind of see what's going on a little bit in the dark. What else? Oh yeah, I've also been working on the inside of the tower, so this part I did earlier with the boxes, that's the room they can't actually get to, but now I also have the beginnings of a library on this floor. This floor's still empty, but then down here I've got another bathroom and a sauna room. I'm really quite proud of this room. It's hard to see in build mode because you can't do the free look camera mode to look around, but yeah, indoor plants in here, wooden carvings and such like. And when I get some textures on the walls, that's going to look really cool. Not sure what to do with this room yet. Oh, that one, that's the entrance way though, so there's not going to be too much in there. And then up here, I've got a chair and this really, it's hard to actually zoom over there because it's up so high. This little antique easel thing, a statue, a rug, and a chair to sit on. And then my enormous roof piece. So this is really coming together now. I've got all the space more or less filled up, so just a couple more rooms to decorate, and then it will be time to do some walls and floors, and then that's pretty much it, apart from a few extra details and decorative objects here and there. Things always look so much better once you have your walls and floors in, and without even really looking all that hard, I stumbled upon this really, really good wall texture here. It's called London Wall Bricks, and I can't actually remember where it came from. I could go and look it up though. But it's perfect for in here. I've used it throughout this entire cabin actually. Got it on the lower floor as well. And then the wall is called Weathered Wood Floor, which again is perfect for that. And you can see that one conveniently has a link in the tooltips as to where to go to get it from. So I've also been adding a few extra decorative items in here. So I'll put some paintings on the wall, clock up there. What else did I do? Paintings there as well. I fiddled around with curtains a bit, but I found that they didn't really look right no matter what I used, so I think I might just leave them off altogether. And down here, did some work on the entranceway here. Oh, can't really see it all that well, but yeah, there's a little stand there and a shelf. Found a rug to go on the floor in the kids' bedroom. It's just, everything comes alive so much once you get your walls and floors in there. It's great. I love this room especially. Don't know why, I just really like it. So let's see if we want to use the same. Actually, before I do that, let's just put the lights in here. Oops. Ah, what the? No, don't spin round, just stay there like a nice light. I know you can never actually see it, but I even painted the outside of my basement the same colour as the rest of the exterior. It just seemed like the right thing to do, so I did. I will start by trying the same textures in here and just see whether it looks right, and if it doesn't I can put something else. Definitely in the bathroom because I've used the same furniture in there as I used on the other side. Just going to play around with some wood in here and see if it actually looks better if I have wood all the way. Yeah, I'll leave it like that for now. Further up here. Oh yeah, so I've added a few extra items. So we've got a bar and what they call a buffet table thing down here. I was trying to do some items in here with a view to entertaining, so they can have this weird sort of a party where rather than dancing and stuff, they just come down here and eat exotic food and get drunk, and then they all go and hang out in the sauna, you see. And then this is like the creativity type area, so it's got the workbench and the pumpkins and carving station, so they can work on their handiness skill, and who knows, maybe I'll actually use a few of the objects that they make on the woodworking table, because it would sort of go in here. So let's get our flooring in. I probably have to do the same thing again and put a wall down there, because the bricks don't match. That makes it really dark, of course. And where's our bricks again from downstairs? Oops, forgot about that little hallway there. I just kind of cornered off the stairs that go down a level. I wonder if I can colour that. That piece of wall's kind of strange. Oh well, I'll try not to look too hard at that. It's because the lower wall height is a lot less than the upper wall height, but rather than just having the floor of the basement up a bit higher, they put this weird grey, slopey kind of wall in there that you can't do anything with. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about that. Next floor up into the library area. I think I might need a whopping great rug in here. Because the library should have a rug, and I think it should be red. So I might have a look in a sec and see if I can find a suitable rug for in here. Yeah, because it's all getting kind of brown. We don't want things to be too brown. Too much brown is not a great thing. The good thing about bricks as well is that it doesn't look strange when you put it on these enormous walls. Some wallpapers don't quite fit. Some of the ones, for example, like this one, they look strange because they're not in proportion. It stretches out that middle part so much that you sort of think, well, should the paneling be halfway really? Or yeah, so I much prefer textures that are uniform all the way up on these big wall heights. So now I'm going to flick through the rugs and see if I can find one that would suit being in here. Magic carpet. You can only see a little bit of it, but I actually like that, so I think I might leave that there. This room could definitely use some wall decorations as well. That's nice. Could do that. What's that? And I could do with a very upright painting to go on that diagonal wall over there. Often I don't even really look at what's in the paintings, I just go, yeah, that's the right shape. The right kind of colours and splat. And then sometimes I come back later and go, why have I got a painting of a pumpkin or a musician or a something else equally inappropriate there? Somewhere there were some really tiny little cacti. Is that what, whoops! Is that what they are? A little plant there. Really, really tiny plant. Smallest, cutest plant I've ever seen. So that's a bit of decor for in that room. That's the room we can't get to, and then this room up here I more or less did already. And since there's an easel in there, they can paint their own pictures to hang on the walls in that area. What was that? So I think the only thing that's really left to do now is to put a floor covering on these outdoor bits here. So let's find a wall covering for, I mean a floor, no, a floor covering for on the floor. Yeah, that's the one. I could try putting a wall covering on the floor, but that ain't going to work very well. This could be more challenging than it seems at first, because I've got all these different crazy bricks going on here, and I need something that doesn't look stupid with that. Which may not be a particularly easy thing to achieve. Maxis never do give you stuff that matches. Oh, that's actually the floor version. Ha! I really can put the wall on the floor. That's actually the floor version of the bricks that I've used inside. So, you see, it is not easy. Not easy at all. I'll just have to keep playing around and hopefully stumble across something that looks okay. See, that's not so bad. It's fairly neutral, not too objectionable, so maybe let's chuck that one on there. Sometimes with walls and floors in particular, it pays not to overthink it and to sometimes try out a texture that you wouldn't normally think would go together. So then sometimes when you then splat it in place, it actually can look quite nice. I've come up with some really cool wall and floor combinations entirely by accident, just where I've been playing around and I've put something on and thought, oh, that'll never work, and then actually when I look at it, yeah, I really like it. So one of the best areas for experimenting with odd combinations, I think. I'll put the floor up there even though you can't see it because it's under my massive chimney. So that is pretty much everything. I'm really happy with this. When I started, I must admit I wasn't quite sure how it was actually going to turn out. Very different from what I normally build, but no, I like this very much. So that concludes Rubriel's tower build project. Final lot value ended up at 133,900 simoleons. We have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, though potentially some of those other rooms that I turned into recreational areas could actually be made into bedrooms as well if a larger family lived here. Just quickly, here's what it looks like from the neighbourhood. Really cool over there. I'm very pleased with the height of the tower. So glad I added on that extra tall roof piece again. So this concludes my tower build project. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will try to put together a list of all the custom content I've used at the end or in the description. However, if there is anything I've missed out, my apologies for that, and if there is a specific piece you are interested in, feel free to leave a comment and I will do my best to point you in the right direction as to where to go to download it. Certainly been an interesting experience making this video. One observation I would have to make is that you have to really like the sound of your own voice. Honestly, I listen to this back while I'm editing and go, oh man, I sound like that. But yeah, I have enjoyed making it, and who knows, maybe I'll make a video of another interesting build in the near future. Until then, happy simming.